I'm walking on what the locals call the island. It's an island in the middle or off to the side of the Ohio River. And I pointed out to my daughter yesterday, and she acted like she'd never seen it, but I know that that's almost impossible because I know I've pointed it out before. Black walnut trees are on this island. This is an island that is owned by the state of West Virginia, but it's maintained, leased by U.S. Wildlife Management. I think it's more like a bird and butterfly sanctuary, whatever that means. But this is a black walnut tree. I don't know if you can see the black walnuts that are hanging from there. They're green right now. They don't fall until about September. It's almost impossible to cut them off or pick them from the tree and haul the nut part of it is what we always called it, because the hulls are, when they're green, they're just very hard. We always waited until they were on the ground black, then you just then the outer shell part of it just melts away. And it gets on your hands because it'd be black. So but that's black walnuts. They have apple trees. I'm going to say that they are planted here. This used to be a farm. I think someone actually at one time leased it to farm. I remember when that happened. I can remember as a kid that there were people over here farming it. So I don't know if you can see the water in behind the trees, but that's the Ohio River. So it's a pretty day. It's muggy. It seems like a fall day, even though it's not even the middle of August yet. The weather's been kind of strange the last couple of years. It did rain yesterday, but the roads are maintained pretty well. So they're not muddy. It's like packed gravel. So the gravel's not even hard to walk on. And I said it's not muddy, but right there's a big mud puddle. But you can walk around it. And this is a trail. The road part leads to the building that U.S. Wildlife Management uses. They have a couple, we always called it the barn. If you walk from the beginning of the island, there's a parking lot. If you walk from there to the barn, that's roughly a mile. Then you walk back. On days when I have a lot to do, I'll do the 2 mile. If you take the nature trail that goes completely around the island. There are points where you can get off at and join the road. But it does go completely around the island. And it's 4 miles. So a lot of times years ago when I lived in the area, I would do the 4 mile walk. But my daughter did inform me that she went on the trail and there was quite a few interesting spider webs and some interesting looking spiders. Well, spiders aren't interesting to me. In fact, I'm terrified of spiders. I don't mind seeing a snake. I mean, I really wouldn't want to see a copperhead, but regular grass snakes, black snakes, I don't mind seeing. But I don't like spiders. So I can only walk on weekends because I'm doing long hours through the week, work hours. So I can only walk on weekends. So walking the road is just fine with me. I'm surprised because a lot of people do use the nature trail. So I'm surprised that there are these spider webs. So, but they also have on this island pawpaw trees. I guess they're trees. I know because I did recognize pawpaw tree and I did pick this up. I did pick up one year because they're supposed to have the texture like a banana and taste like a banana. And they always called it like the West Virginia banana, but I don't believe that they're actually native to West Virginia. I think they were planted. But I did actually take one home and I let it ripen for a couple of days, and then I peeled it, and it does have a texture somewhat like a banana, and it kind of tastes like a banana, but it's just so much easier to peel a banana and eat it. And I love bananas, so I'll just keep buying my bananas. Thank you very much. But I think it would be interesting to make, like, instead of making banana bread, make pawpaw bread. So I'm sure you could do that, because I know you can make zucchini bread, which we do. So, but that's just 2 of the trees, 3 of the trees, because there is the apple tree. 3 of the trees that you can find on this gorgeous island. Okay, there's several points on this island. If you're taking the nature trail and braving the spiders, there's several points where you can actually jump off the nature trail, kind of like cut through the woods, and end up back on this road. Now, once you pass the barn where U.S. Wildlife Management has their offices, then you're kind of committed to go all the way around the island, which is 4 miles. So, but here we come up to what I always called the white spot. This is a gorgeous view of the Ohio River. And then you know that once you reach this spot, you have roughly a half a mile to the parking lot. But this is Ohio River. Not very many boats out today. I don't know if it's because it's Sunday or if it's just because it's so hot. And it is hot. It's muggy. It rained yesterday, so we got the mugginess. And now I have a little bit of a breeze, so that felt good. So, and then just a little ways, just a few feet from that white spot, someone had built a bench, and it's lasted very well. And it's nice if you're going walking and you want to take a break, then you can sit on the bench. It's very well maintained. And then you have this little thing. Right here's the bridge. Then you have this Memorial LaRue Cemetery. And so I would take it that LaRue family lived on this island. But due to farming operations, their cemetery was destroyed. Now, a lot of times they didn't have the typical tombstones that we have now, but more sturdy, more marble-like. They have the rocks. I've seen child cemeteries before, family cemeteries, and they're just basically rock. So, but you have Jacob, Elizabeth, Asinity, and Susanna LaRue, and others. Asinity LaRue, she lived to only be 10 years old. So, but Jacob was born in 1776, so I'm going to say that he was the father. And then Elizabeth LaRue must have been the mother. And then you had Asinity and Susanna, because they were born in the 1800s. So, but at least it's a shame that their cemetery was destroyed. But at least they have the monument for them. And I think behind it might be a pawpaw tree. Not sure. But I know where there's one, so I'll point that out later. Okay, there are certain points where you can get off the nature trail and cut through the woods. And back where I showed you the bench and the cemetery, that's one of them. And they're actually well-maintained trails. So this looks like someone's attempted to make a trail out of it, but I don't know. Right now at home, I'm battling poison ivy, and so I don't want to be walking in anything that resembles 3-leaf or 5-leaf, because apparently poison ivy Has 5 leaves also. Did not know that, by the way. But that's another story. Okay, I'm walking along and I see quite a few walnuts on the ground. Right here, I'm going to say cars kind of ran over them. So I kind of like to knock them to the side of the road because I like to get squirrels. I like to give squirrels a chance to get the walnuts. So, but it's kind of early. I never thought that they actually started falling till, that's a black one right there, until about the middle of September, because we used to pick them up as kids as a way of earning extra money, and we wouldn't even start picking them up until the end of September till the middle of October. So, but I'm seeing them. So I don't know what that's an indication of. Fall's going to come early. I don't know. Okay, here's an example of a pawpaw tree. I've never seen them get very big. So I'm not a tree person. I'm not an expert. So I don't know how big exactly they're supposed to get. I know that the time that I got the fruit that was laying on the ground, the tree wasn't that big. So, which is kind of odd because the fruits are pretty big. They're bigger than a pear. So, I don't know, but I don't see any fruits getting ready. But, like I said, I'm not an expert, so what I'm pointing out may not even be a pawpaw. I don't know. I just know that it was in this area that I got the pawpaw. It was around that tree. And I have identified them before at a state park that was in the area. So it was pointed out to me. And that's basically what I'm going with. So, and it was a pawpaw because of the taste and the texture. So, and I'm still alive. So it was something that was edible. But along the trail, and I never noticed, again, taking time to smell the roses, but along the trail, I'm noticing quite a few different things. I never knew another pawpaw tree. I never knew, or if I did, I didn't remember, but I never knew that this island even had walnuts, which everywhere in West Virginia you can find walnut trees, so I'm not surprised with that. But this is my walk for the day. I'm almost to the car, so I will have gotten 2 miles in, but I'm planning on going home. It's mid-afternoon, going home and doing some yard work. Yay, yay. Or maybe I should say woohoo, but act a little bit more excited about it. Another pawpaw tree. It's strange that you would think that you would see little fruits. So, but like I said, I don't know how those that I pointed out, I remember from quite a few years ago. So I am going to say that they don't get very big. But I am getting almost to my car, so I'm going to sign off. But this is a little part of West Virginia that I am leaving, and yes, that I will miss. Bye for now.